Hey everyone, Eugene Kid Sith here. Hope everyone's doing great. Today I would like to go over our day one bindings for Sortie. Um, this guy's kind of snuck up on us, and Ninja released this last night. So I would like to go through, compile all the information we figured out in day one. I wouldn't say this is the final version of anything. This is just all preliminary findings that we figured out to help you guys out as quickly as possible, to just aggregate all the information the best I could, learning about it, talking with other players, especially on stream. Shameless Twitch plug again. I stream every day on Twitch. You guys are more than welcome to come by and hang out, but let's get right into it. First up, we have the currency and items. Okay, so Galamafray, I believe is what it is called, is the currency used to get you get from killing normal monsters, NMs, and bosses and chests doing Sortie. So pretty much just killing shit. Just go in, kill all that you can, clear it all out. We'll get to objectives later. Doing NMs and getting chests more efficiently and effectively. But if you're a new and returning player and you can't really, you're solo and you just want to get the points, you can just farm everything, farm up your points, stick with it every day, and you will progress in this content. But for groups that can focus on doing objectives, you can probably get much deeper. You can probably make progress much quicker and get to farming your +2 earrings much more efficiently. Next up, we have the Rakesnar Sapphire, which is used to reforge your Empyrean armor to +2. You can also buy the Sapphire with 15k of the currency that you get farming the content, but you can also get it actually doing the content from bosses and chests. We'll go over that also later. Empyrean +2, you need 10k Galamafray and a Sapphire to reforge all Empyrean armor. Like, that's it. Like, there's no other other special items. There's no auction house items. There's nothing else. It's just the currency and the Sapphire, and boom, +2. So they really simplified it. You must have entered Sortie at least one time on the job you want to reforge on, and then you never have to enter that job ever again if you want to reforge. So, for example, if you really want to get that, let's just say, I don't know, Puppet clear, because you really like to play Puppet, but you don't necessarily want to use Puppet every single day in Sortie, well, you just have to enter it once, and you can upgrade the full set. So that's pretty cool, right? And then you can also get old cases, which will give you a random jobs earring. Unfortunately, it's looking like we'll get to that later too. You're not guaranteed to get the earring for the job you're on. But if you have a ton of points sitting around in the future, and you feel like this is burning them all, you can spend 80k points on getting a case for the earring lottery. And then also you can get +1 cases. I think that probably comes from NMs and mega bosses. We'll get into that a little bit later too. But you cannot get that for currency currently. Old cases and earrings. So these earrings are incredible. I've only seen a few. There hasn't really been that many reported. But man, the ones that got reported are incredibly promising. It's still early, we haven't seen much verification yet, but based on current findings, it seems that earrings have a static augments like Sinister Rain. Earrings will always have accuracy, magic accuracy, and a special fixed third augment slot, which is different for every job. You obtain earrings from old cases, which are confirmed to drop from lesser NMs and mega bosses in Sortie. Sadly, you do not 100% get the earring for the job that you're on, but who knows, it may be weighted slightly in favor of the job that you're on. Time will tell. We need more testing. These are some of the earrings that we have seen so far. In the JP text for the Samurai earring, which is right here, you have accuracy 14, magic accuracy 14, and weapon skill damage 3. I believe this is not a capped augment. I believe the 3% weapon skill damage actually goes up to 5 based off the Dragoon earring. And then the Dragoon earring is 15, 5% crit rate for the Dragoon earring. And that needs that I should probably go over Sinister Rain. If you guys have ever done Sinister Rain before, it has a crit augment chance. You know, normally when you do Sinister Rain, you'll get an augment, and it'll be like 1 or 2 stats that are kind of like, one might be high, one might be really low. You might even be missing one of the augments entirely. But then once in a while, you get a crit augment where you just get everything perfect on the piece of armor. And that's what I would call a crit augment. So this Dragoon earring, to me, it just looks like, based on what I've seen, especially if you compare it to Sinister Rain, now that looks like a crit augment, right? 15, 15, 5, it just all matches perfectly. Whereas the Samurai one, you can tell, it's 14, 14, and then 3. Who knows, 3 might be cap, we don't know, we'll find out. But it wouldn't surprise me if the Samurai earring went up to 5 for the +1. And then, if we look at the insane piece here, you have the Red Mage +2 earring, which adds a 4th augment slot, actually, with attributes. And it also raises the accuracy cap from what we thought was the cap with the +1 to 16. So, it could very well be possible that the +2 goes up to 20 accuracy, 7 strength index, and then the double attack is 6, right? So, like I said, it's really tentative right now. We're not entirely sure how high these augments will go, but man, it sure is promising. Let me just tell you, like, as a samurai, if the samurai earring gets 7 strength, 7 dex, 16 accuracy, and 6 weapon skill damage, that right there is best in slot weapon skill earring, for sure. Definitely beat out the what's it called, the domain invasion earring. So pretty cool. Definitely a reason to keep repeating this content. I think that's what their intention is with these earrings for the endgame players, the hardcore grinder, the grindy players that will continue to do this content every single day. To max out their earring once they're already done getting their +2 on all their jobs, which that seems like it's going to be fairly quick. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I went over there. Need to stress enough that, like, you know, we don't know yet. We'll probably find out more and more each day, but this is based off what we know so far. Now for the content itself. So I would say Sortie can be broken up into currently 4 different areas, 4 different themes, 4 different areas. You zone in and you start in Area 1. Area 1 is composed of all amorph monsters, like Akuex, Leeches, Hecties. These mobs are relatively easy. When I was checking them, they're like decent challenge, even match, maybe even lower. So relatively very, very easy, very cleavable, very, very mass pullable, and then just kill them very quickly. Objectives are going to play a really important role, just like they do in Vagary, in order to complete objectives. The more objectives you do, the further you can go, and the more bosses you can do. Just think about it like that. Area 2, you can access by using the key, temp item found in a brown box. Once you open the gate at D4 in this map above. I need to mention that all positions I use from here on out are positions according to this map. They do not correspond to positions in the actual game. So don't try to run to D4 on your in-game map. It won't be the same. You got to try to run to the same spot in the game that matches this, but it'll be different. Area 3 can be accessed by finishing a certain amount of objectives that will spawn a brown chest and give you a Rak Hezinar plate. Now we know what this is now. You cast Enhancing Magic at I5 on this map, so right here, next to the device right there, and that will give you a brown chest that will give you a plate and allow you to access the device, and I believe bring you to the 3rd area, which we'll get to later. And then we have 0 information about the 4th area at all. Breakdown of a simple breakdown about the area progression is like you zone into Area 1, you run to D4, and you hit the gate, and that'll give you a brown coffer. That'll give you a key that gives you access to Area 2, and then in Area 2 you run to the device I was talking about before. Cast an Enhancing Magic spell next to the device. That'll give you another brown chest, which will give you a plate. and then the plate will allow you to access the device, which will bring you to the third area, and it probably goes from there, right? Like, there'll probably be something you have to do in area 3 that will get you to area 4. Now, area 1 is the easiest of all the areas, with monsters ranging from decent challenge to even match, like I mentioned before. Pretty easily soloable with trust, and it's very solo player friendly. Just go in there, clear out all the mobs, and you'll walk away with like 2, 3, 4, 5k Gallimafray. So like every week at bare minimum, even if you're like a newer and returning player with like +2 ambu gear, I would assume every week you'll probably finish a +2. And then as you finish +2, you'll be able to farm even better, more quickly, efficiently. They really did a good job making this like a good entry point into endgame for players. Now you will have to play. You will have to like make sure you do your sortie clear every day, but you will get that meaningful progression. You will get upgrades over time if you stick with it. And then the highly optimized parties, the highly optimized groups out there will be pulling everything all at once, cleaving them down, killing them quick, and then trying to progress and full clear, not just area 1, but area 2, 3, and 4 in an hour, I'm sure, like in the near future, once everything's figured out, and doing objectives extremely quickly and efficiently. A key to Sortie seems to be very similar to Vagary and Omen, with hidden objectives playing a major factor on chests appearing and progressing further into the harder areas. Can't stress this enough. This is like a great compilation list. This first, I think, I'm not sure if this is posted anywhere else as of now. It might be, but this is the list we had compiled during stream and in the Leafkin Discord that we're working on earlier. Pretty much every objective and what chests you'll get and what item you'll get. So 1, I don't think you have to do them in order. The order doesn't matter at all, but this is just our findings so far. So if you kill the Leech NM, the Abdella NM, you'll always get a red chest, and that gives you a chance at a Sapphire or a case. In my run today, I got a Sapphire. It was pretty cool in my personal pool. So everyone in the run got a Sapphire after we opened up the red chest. After killing the Leech NM. Number 2 objective, you have to kill a certain amount of NMs with magic damage, and that will give you a brown chest with a shard. A shard is used to open up a gadget somewhere on the map that will give you access to the area's mega boss. In this case, we'll go over it later, but this mega boss is the Plovid NM, the Vagary Brashgate NM variant. And then the next one is killing a monster with magic weapon skill damage or just magic damage. Will give you a blue chest. A blue chest will give you roughly 100 Gallimafray. Red chest gives you, I think, 500 Gallimafray. So really, really important to get these chests that will boost up your point total pretty quickly. Number 4, you open up the gate at D4. We went over this. You open up the gate at D4 to get a brown chest that will always give you the key so you can enter area 2. Number 5 is you cast enhancing magic next to the Diphanius device at I5. That will always give you a brown chest with a plate inside that will let you go into area 3. And then number 6, kill, we don't know how many, but you kill a certain amount of monsters with magic damage, and that will give you the brown chest that will have the metal that is used for weakening the zone's mega boss. The metal is actually pretty important because a lot of these mega bosses have rage moves that get weakened significantly. I believe this boss in particular will hit you for something like 10k, 15k. I mean, in that range, 5 to 15k, I think I've seen or heard of, if you don't have the metal. But if you don't have the metal, you can also blue proc them. We don't know what the blue proc is for this NM, but I believe we do know the blue proc for the area 2 NM. The Razkanar Shard, like I was mentioning before, will give you access to the area's Mega Boss. You may also get a Razkanar Medal, which will protect you from the Mega Boss's Rage TP moves. If you don't get a medal, you'll have to blue proc. or you know, you might just kill it before you know it gets it off, and you might survive. I've heard about that too. For the areas, one is a Plovid NM from Vagary. Killing the boss gives you a chance at an old case +1, or Sapphire from the personal pool. I've heard of groups getting 2. I've heard of a group getting an old case and a Sapphire from a single kill, which is pretty cool. And then, like I said before, you know, killing the NM. No, actually, killing the Leech NM is a 100% chance to give the red chest, I believe. So ignore that. Okay, Area 2 is Elementals. So like I said, every area has a theme. Area 2 is all Elementals. So you see a bunch of different, like fire, ice, etc. Elementals, and Umbrals also count as Elementals. Our objective list for Area 2 is not as figured out as Area 1, but this is what we have so far. So Elemental or magic damage on a certain amount of mobs, or 1, will give you a blue chest, and then another will give you, or more, will give you a brown chest for the shard for the Mega Boss. We believe that these two are based off of magic damage done. So like 50k or more magic damage done will give you the blue chest first, and then the brown chest second. So think like, you know, I think the example that was given was 80k True Flight, or like 50k Lead Salute gave these two objectives. Also, at some point, a Savage Blade on a Fire Elemental gave a brown chest that gave the metal for the Mega Boss, so physical damage objective here. And then this is a good one. This is what I got screwed over on today. I killed the Porksy today, but I killed it with physical damage, so I didn't get anything. No progress, no objective progress, and no chest, which really sucks. So make sure you kill the Porksy NM with magic damage, which will give you an objective and a red chest at a chance at a Sapphire and those extra Galamafray. The next boss is the Makulil type boss from Vagary. We have confirmed that you can blue proc, as you can see in the screenshot right here. You can blue proc this Mega Boss with Leaden to Fudo, making Darkness, which made it really weak even if you didn't have the metal. It's important to note that maybe it could have been related to his elemental phase. It might not work every time with Darkness, so you might want to try, like, you know, if Darkness heals it, you might want to try Light. If Light heals it, you might want to try Darkness. Just depending on what it's absorbing, I would try the opposite. But this is what was reported, so we're going with it. Darkness procced blue to make it weaker. And then, like we said, Porksy has a chance to drop an old case or a Sapphire. And then here we go, Area 3 Undead. This is my hypothesis. I believe we are going down the line for Vagary bosses. So the Area 3 should be Balamor type NM and all Undead. Once someone gets to Area 3, that's what I'm expecting. And then my hypothesis for Area 4 is Hades. Hades, either version 1 or version 2, with the wings or in his final form. Now, the cool part is someone will definitely get to Wave 3 soon, or Area 3 soon, because someone has already gotten the shard. You already know how to get the shard. Like I said, you go to this device at I-5 on the map above. I will link the map in the description, obviously. But you go to the I-5, which will bring you to here, where you see in the screenshot right here. You use enhancing magic next to this. It'll spawn a brown coffer that will give you I believe it is a plate that will allow you to access the device, unlock it, and go to the third area. So that's pretty much it. That's all we have so far. I think we're just scratching the surface. I think there's so much more to this content. I'm very, very excited to learn what we have now, and also what the +3 will be like. Like they're going to update this in the winter, probably November or December. So crazy to think that, you know, by, you know, what, like a few months, 4 months from now, we'll probably be doing even more content here. But thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching the video. If you like the video, remember to like and subscribe. I will be doing more of this. Like, this isn't it. The more I learn, once I gather up a bunch more information, relevant information, I will make more videos, more guides on how to do Sortie. So look forward to that. But thank you guys so much. Have a great rest of your day, great rest of your night. Take care. See ya.